Okay folks, continuing on and playing around with this Makro Pinpointer. I got a target here, and let's see if I can pick it up on the ground, or above here. It's not picking it up. The machine says it's right there, 6 inches deep. Sounds like a pull tab, normally wouldn't dig it, but I wanted to see how this pinpointer was going to react to something like this, give you something to see while we dig. Certainly picks up that leshy anywhere close to it. Really sensitive little pinpointer so far that I can see. So I've already started to cut the plug so you can see it. Let's just make sure it's not that. Saying the target's right there. It must not be pinpointed perfectly centered. Can't have the leshy close to that. It's got that much sensitivity. It wants to pick it up. So look at that. It's getting it off. It could be like an aluminum can or something. So I'm going to dig down here a little further and turn the camera back on when I get down to it. Target. It's right there. It's shotgun shell. As you can see, you get right on it. There's the target. One of the questions I had about this pinpointer is, with these buttons being on the end here, and they're kind of recessed in there, how hard would they be to push with a glove in your hand? Now I'm right-handed, and I'm using this, holding the camera with my right hand, but you know, I'm going to press it with my left hand. It's not hard to do, I found out. Like here, I've got it on full sensitivity. Let's turn the sensitivity down. There's 3, 2. There's minimum sensitivity. It still hits that thing really, really hard. But then we'll want to turn it back up. There's 3. There's full sensitivity. And let's turn the light off here. You can see it's picking the camera up. And I'm a good 6 inches away from the camera. It's picking the camera up. So you can see I can press the button easily, turn the light on and off. That's not going to be a problem. I have seen online some other guys saying that when the speaker is that little silver dot right there, when it gets full of water you can't hear anything. Something I'll have to try out a little bit later. But button pushing with gloves isn't going to be a problem. I also had some concerns when I first saw this machine that with other brands have the buttons here, and it naturally fits where your hand is holding. Is it going to be a problem to press these? And I don't think so. I don't think it's going to be a problem to press them at all. Buttons work good. And let's go find a couple coins here. This place is not necessarily going to have anything old or anything spectacular, but I wanted to get a couple live digs on film here for y'all and see what this pinpointer is like. So, okay, this site I'm at is just littered with targets, and a lot of it is just that litter. That's probably what this is, but let's just dig it again. It's supposed to be right in here. This is one that's not. Yeah, my pinpointer's on. It's not showing up with the machine, so it's going to be a little bit deeper. Let's dig it up and I'll see. Okay, whatever it wasn't very deep, because well, it's right there, but I see a coin right there. Like a zinkin. Set this one right here. Yeah, you know what? I was going in the hole and I had the pinpointer leaning. It was actually picking it up over here to the side. I set it right here where it was. It was picking it up. I think the sensitivity might actually be, there's a zinkin. That's a good 2 inches away. Off to the side of the target. You may want to turn this pinpointer down. It actually may be too strong. Look at this. How far away the target hits. That's more than enough. Because you may have it here at the side of the hole. It may be covered up with dirt, just like this coin is. Let's kind of hide it there. You know, you're thinking it's in the hole. So I'm going down in the hole. In reality, it's up here. If we turn the sensitivity down to maybe 2, it may work a little better. So that's going to be something I see so far, guys, is there's sensitivity 2. You can be in the hole, and it's still, even at sensitivity 2, will pick this target up an 1.5 inches. But it's not quite as sensitive on the, yeah, it's about the same sensitivity on the side. So, pretty powerful little machine. Pretty happy with it so far here. Gonna keep hunting and see what else we can find. Okay, I have what normally here would be a solid, no doubt about it coin kind of target. Again, this site is not necessarily anything old, but it's a good place to demonstrate this pinpointer. So we'll turn it on. Now I have the sensitivity turned down. It's not picking it up. The machine says right here, so let's turn it up. It's not picking it up yet. So the detector says it's going to be right in here. I'll cut a plug and we'll turn it on and come back to you. Okay, I went ahead and cut the plug. Now, earlier I showed you that, okay, now earlier I showed you I thought it was too sensitive on 4, so I'm going to shut it down too. I might have been off center just a little bit. That's on 2. Let's go on 1 and see what it does. Right in there. Now, I'm going to bring it up to 4. Okay, I'm normally one to want to run everything to the max. So I just cranked this up to 4 to show you what it'll do here. I think the target's going to be like right in there. I'm a little off center with my hole here this time. So let's run it down to 2. See how much more defined it is. For me, I think when I'm running this pinpointer, I'm going to be running it in 2 or 3 and only turning it up to 4. If I got a big hole open and I'm not finding anything, I'll see how it works. But ultimately, let's see what happens here now. I think this 2 is going to work better because it really helps me do what it's supposed to do, is pinpoint the target. You know, with a 4, it was all a big area there. It's just such a sensitive machine. So let's go ahead and dig this out and see what we got here. I can already see it. It's right there. It was a dime making that big signal. That signal that was going, you know, 4 inches across from a dime. So very, very powerful machine we got here. So very good pinpointer, good job. Let's keep digging and see if we can find another one. Okay, I got another, should be a coin kind of target here. Let's turn the pinpointer on. It's hitting it there, so it's not real deep. Again, this is on sensitivity 2, so it's got to be like right under the surface here. See how it hits so solid? It's got to be like right there. It's a reason why you should have a pinpointer, guys. If you don't have one, pick one up, whether it be this one or something. Right there. Makes it easy. Sometimes you don't even have to dig. So there it is. Okay, I'm going to dig this target right here. What I wanted to see is it's a very, very low conductive target, probably a piece of foil. We'll see how the pinpointer hits on those really low conductive target stuff. It's going to be about right there. So we'll turn it on. Nothing showing up here. Got a sensitivity 4. Nothing showing up. I'm going to go back to hunting in 2 whenever I dig the hole. So I'm going to turn this off and come back. I did find a target here. It flipped up there right at the bottom of the plug. And it's exactly what I thought it was, a piece of foil. There's a lot of that stuff here by the nature of what they do here. I wanted to see how this thing's going to react. Now it's still on sensitivity 2. And it does pretty good for what it is. 3/4 inch away. Now on edge, I can touch it. It's not doing it. But fold it over, about 3/4 inch from it. Pick it up. Now it's at sensitivity 2. There's sensitivity 4. That definitely dramatically increases the depth. I can hit it on the edge at sensitivity 4. So it's got pretty good performance on those really hard to hit thin, tiny pieces. If you're a silver relic hunter, those little percussion caps, camp lead, anything like that, it should hit. Don't know yet how it's going to work in that mineralized soil down there, but it seemed to work pretty good on that thin stuff. So let's go on to the next target. Okay, folks, I got a couple really odd signal here. I think it's going to be some junk mixed in with maybe a decent target. I started to cut the plug here already. The pinpointer has told me to try right here to start out. So my plug didn't come apart very good here. Let's flip this back here. Let's see what we got. I just turned it off. Okay. Like I said, I think maybe multiple targets. You heard me go down to sensitivity 1. Now, again, I'm digging in an area where there's nothing really super high value here, so I'm kind of hard to hold the camera and dig it with the other hand. So, no comments about how rough I'm digging there. Big. Now that's on sensitivity 1. I'm glad we're getting a bigger target here to check out, so you can see what they look like. Yeah, that would give you an odd signal. It was actually hitting that from the surface on sensitivity 4. And that's about 6 or 7 inches deep, that piece of junk. Okay, the detector tells me to target right here. Make sure I'm on sensitivity 2. Yeah, it's got to be like right under the surface. In fact, I can see the edge of it. It's a dime. So, too bad it's not silver, but we'll take it. Good for the demonstration. It was about a 3/8 of an inch deep in the dirt. Okay, next target. Okay, well, if there's one tool in the metal detector's arsenal that's going to get dirty, It's a pinpointer. You're literally rubbing it into fresh dirt. So I'm going to show you. I had this out, as you just saw, and it got dirty. So let's fix that. This pinpointer is fully waterproof. Rinses right off. There's a speaker right there. I don't care. You can get it wet. You can fully submerge it underwater if you want to. And that's exactly what we're going to do. Would not recommend you do this with a different brand of pinpointer. Don't be afraid to get her wet, folks. I'm going to let her sit underwater. I'm going to get a coin or two and show you it's still, well, actually, how it works. You see the sink there, so. Obviously, no problem picking up the sink drain, but I have a little sense. Turn it off here. As you can see, she was underwater. We'll rinse it off. I know there's some other other ones out there you can, rinse off and stuff, but I'm literally going to submerge this one and show you that it still works. Okay, now I've heard about this. Can you hear you can hear the buzzer more than the speaker, because the speaker has got water in it. All you have to do, dump out the water, and it's working. So pretty simple. Turn it on. I can even hear it underwater. It's loud. Now it's only under about 1.5 inches or so. If you had it under 3 feet, you probably couldn't do that. But waterproof to 3 feet deep or 1 meter. Don't know if I'd do it that way all the time, but an occasional runs down that deep will be no problem. There again, you can see the water down in that hole. Now, just had to get the water out of there. So, works good so far. I think this pinpointer is a very good machine. I'm pushing pretty hard inside the sink here, and it's not falsing. Waterproof. Very good sensitivity. Probably a little too much. I'm glad there's a sensitivity adjustment for it.